Hey, good Monday morning, Facebook fans. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. Drop me an emoji if you are jumping on. It is Monday, April 29th. Holy moly, where did the month go? And I'm so happy to be here. Hey, good morning, Sharon. Where are you tuning in from? Hey, Leslie, I'll be calling you soon as I head home. I'll be needing a magic touch, my friend. So jump on, say hello. Carolyne, nice to see you. Tell me where you calling in from. I'm just going to adjust my camera for the lighting. And I'm still here in Florida, as you can see. It's still warm and sunny out. So welcome to my magical Mondays. This is the last one I'll be doing here in Florida, and I'll be heading north soon. Hey Casey, how are you? Hope that snowstorm that they were predicting has passed through. I don't want to see any kind of those snowflakes. So hey Rose, nice to see you. Welcome. And drop me a little emoji. Tell me how you're feeling on this magical Monday. And guys, today, I don't know if you check my Facebook page, but I love those memories that pop up on Facebook. And this one was, I'm like, oh my goodness, it just reminded me about why I'm so passionate about the products that are helping me stay healthy. And it was with one of our expert chiropractor, nutritionist, formulators, Dr. Paul Beyondich. And it's so great to be able to hang out with people who are in the know, right? So today, guess what? I want to talk to you guys about intermittent fasting. So I went on the internet, did a little bit of research, because when I'm bringing this to you, I'm not the expert, right? I'm just sharing information about what keeps me healthy, what makes me healthy, what contributes to longevity of health, which is what I'm interested in, because I am turning, keep it a secret, I'm turning 65 this year, you guys. So I'm in that mode of discovering how do I continue to have long-term good health where I can be active, where I can build lean muscle, where I can be mobile and enjoy the fruits of my labor. So okay, so here we go. So go grab some people, tag them, and tell them Carolyne is talking about intermittent fasting, right? When I started this concept 15 and a half years ago, people looked at me like I had like a couple of horns growing out of my head. They're like, what? You're going to do this and you're not going to eat? And so I'm like, I'm just going to do it. You guys can watch and see the results, right? So many of you have been watching me and seeing my results. So I want to talk about intermittent fasting. What is it? It's simply a pattern of eating. Oh, my camera is crooked. Okay, there. Is that better? It's a pattern of eating where you're not really changing where you're eating, but let me qualify that. If you're eating junk food, you got to change that, right? It's eating healthier, taking those healthy eating habits, but confining them to a time period. So it's not about counting calories, and it's not about going crazy and being on a diet. So why would anybody want to start intermittent fasting? Well, I wanted to shed some weight, right? Where? Around my midsection. That's where it is for women, right? Right around the belly section. So, but I couldn't afford to be on a diet because I was in one country one moment, and then 12 hours later I was in another country. So I couldn't be, carrying and transporting all my food with me. So I decided to give this concept of cleansing and intermittent fasting a try. So, hey Catalina, I haven't seen you in ages. So one of the things that concerned me is that when people go on a diet, they lose their muscle mass. I wanted to build muscle mass, and I wanted to be able to understand how to eat healthy. So with intermittent fasting, you can keep your muscle mass and you can lean out, and where you tend to lose the weight is around the belly, because that's what happened to me. So how does intermittent fasting work? So let me just refer to my notes here. Intermittent fasting can lead to fat loss. So this is for people who want to lose weight because of the difference between something called the fasted state and the fed state. So instead of counting calories and eating diet-like foods, you simply have to pay attention to the time frame that you're eating. So you're eating within a certain time period, because it's all about how the body works after you put food in your body. So it first goes through the fed state, the post-absorptive state, and then the fasted state. So what is a fed state? It's when your body is digesting and absorbing the food that you've put into your body. So when you eat a meal, the fed state lasts for 3 to 5 hours, where your body is digesting the stuff that you put in. So during that fed state, your insulin levels are high, and it makes it difficult for the body to burn fat. However, this state changes. Hey Randall, hey Bernie, this state changes and goes into what's called the post-absorptive state. So after the fed state, your body goes into post-absorptive state. That state lasts for 10 to 12 hours after your last meal. So this intermittent fasting, as I mentioned, it's scheduling what you eat and the time frame in which you eat that. Hey Del Roby, nice to see you, hon. So what's the fasted state, guys? This is what I was most interested in. So you've eaten, your body's absorbed the food. So after the post-absorptive state comes the fasted state, where your insulin levels are low again. So it's been about 12 hours since the last time you ate. And fasting puts your body into fat burning mode. And I was really excited to find this out. So reaching this state during your normal eating period is rare. And it's easier for your body to burn fat when it's in that fasted state, right? So you want to start intermittent fasting because this is when in this fasted state, your body is burning fat for fuel instead of sugar. So how does it affect your day? Well, and I'll give you my routine. You eat 2 meals instead of 3 meals. And I always thought, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's what you eat when you eat, you guys. So that myth of breakfast being the most important meal of the day, because some of us are shift workers. So I never knew when it was breakfast time for me, right? So you eat 2 meals. So in many ways, this can simplify your day. So most people partake of intermittent fasting and start around noon. So I finish sort of everything that I'm consuming in a day by 8 o'clock, and I'm not putting anything solid in my body till around 11 or 12 o'clock. So I'm going through a 16-hour fasted state every night. And it took some getting used to, but here's how I start my day. I start with a black coffee. I put in a couple of drops of stevia, and then around 10 o'clock, I have a bulletproof coffee that gets my energy going, and around 11 or 12 I now will have my first meal of the day, which is a whey protein meal shake that's loaded with amino acids and all the protein that my body needs, building blocks to build good muscle. And I work out in the morning, so it took me a while to start doing fasted workouts and for my body to understand, you don't have to have a lot of stuff in your system. I used to do fasted cardio and then have a shake and then do my weights. Well, now I'm getting through doing my entire workout in a fasted state, and it's just what your body is going to get used to, you guys. So all right, so let me talk about this. So during that 8-hour window where you're eating, you should be consuming all of your calories. And then your body, when I finish at 8 o'clock at night, my body is now going through that fasted state until around noon the next morning. So let me talk about this really quickly. How does intermittent fasting, and just give me a shout out, you guys, if you've tried this and it works for you, or it's something you want to try. I'm happy to offer you, sort of some coaching tips if you want to contact me. So, hey Esther, nice to see you, my friend. So how does intermittent fasting work compared to dieting? First of all, it's a simple concept for people to understand. It's been around for centuries. You can go and Google it, right? And it has nothing to do with restricting calories and sodium and all of that kind of stuff. It's just a behavior change that can affect how you lose weight if you want to lose weight. But guess what? If you go and look at my Facebook Live that it was a Facebook Live that I reposted this morning with Dr. Paul Beyondish. That was from 2 years ago. You'll understand that many professional and elite athletes do intermittent fasting to make their bodies work more efficiently and burn fat and build muscle and all kinds of good stuff. So you just got to go listen to that. Hey, beautiful Anne, nice to see you. And Anne can confirm this. We've been doing this intermittent fasting thing forever, right, Anne? So if you have failed at keeping a diet, you guys, consider taking on this concept of intermittent fasting. Now, one of the reasons why I took it on, because I was interested in long-term health. Right? As we grow older, typically what most people see in our society, I would say in my parents' age, is that as you get older, your health declines and you're not able to do the things that you were able to do when you were younger. So that was one of the premises of why I jumped on board and partnered with this company, because I wanted to, I wanted to know what am I going to be like in 15 years? And guys, guess what? I have that window of what I will look like in my 70s and 80s, because both my mom, she's usually on here, my mom, who's 88, she's going to be 89 this year, and my mother-in-law, who's 93, going to be 94 this year, have been using the same products that I've been using, and these women are in unbelievable great health. So I see what 15 years of putting good nutrition into your body has done. And yeah, Anne, you've been doing intermittent fasting for over a decade, and you look fabulous, my friend. So yeah, one of the other benefits that I didn't talk about is that when I talk to certain people, they're like, oh my God, I've had this flu thing for like 6 weeks. I'm like, what? So if I come in contact with people who are passing their very friendly germs along to me, sometimes I'm down and out for a day or two, you guys. So I'm just saying, I'm seeing the evidence from women who have been doing this and are in their 80s and 90s and living vibrant lives. So I started to talk to you about how does intermittent fasting help longevity. So let me read this to you. In 2006, Medical Hypothesis published an article explaining how calorie restriction, and it's a matter of getting all your calories in. It's not restricting calories. It's getting all the calories that your body needs within a certain time period, and how this can prolong your life. So when you partake in intermittent fasting, your body activates the same mechanisms needed to extend life, right? So basically, I don't know if you guys know this, your body can go into survival mode for days. The most important thing it needs is water, right? So you can go for days without eating, and you've heard all these stories of people who've survived, and like they're still alive. They didn't have food, but they had water, right? So it's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your body nutrition versus restrictive calorie counting. I don't want to do that stuff. I don't have time to do that. So I wanted to share with you who'd like to see or like to know and peek into the window of what Carolyne Rodrigues does on a daily basis. Anybody? Just give me an emoji or a thumbs up if you're curious, because I'm going to share anyway, right? Because that's what I do. So here's my regime, you guys. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. So my regime, once a week, I cleanse. Right? This is not about starving my body. This is about giving my body excellent liquid nutrition. So I take 4 ounces of this 4 times a day with some other support products. And I actually feel better. My energy is high. It's an easy day when my husband does the cooking. Yay. But when he's not around, oh my goodness, it's so easy because I'm not cooking. So I'm giving my body nutrition, and it's in a base of aloe, which is great. I take an ounce of this, I call it liquid gold. It's an adaptogen drink that helps my body adapt to all kinds of stress, environmental stress, mental stress, emotional stress. It's happening to us, and it's how our body reacts to our environment that will determine your longevity of health, you guys. And so what do I do in the other 6 days? I have 1 to 2 of our high density protein shakes that's made without junk, no fillers and binders. So today I'll be having one of these, and then I have a knife and fork meal, and sometimes I'll have one shake, sometimes I'll have two shakes. My body doesn't know kind of what it's getting, so I'm constantly tweaking how my body reacts and putting it into that fat burning mode, right? Hey Suzanne, all the way from Austria. Nice to hear you, see you on here. So guys, that's my regime. But along with this, so one day a week I am doing intermittent, I'm doing a fast, well, I don't call it fasting, I call it cleanse my body of all of the junk and the toxins environmentally, and feeding my body good nutrition. And 6 days a week I'm having 1 to 2 shakes a day and a knife and fork meal, and I'm doing that using the principle of I finish eating at 8 o'clock at night, and then I don't have my a solid meal till 11 or 12 o'clock the next day, and that's working for me. So try it, perhaps it'll work for you. Along with that, I'm upping my intake of water, because I know that's something that I have to work on, having a liter or 2 of water a day. I start every morning with a glass of water and some apple cider vinegar, just a little, keep the insides working. I exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I golf twice a week, sometimes 3. And I make sure that I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night to help my body recover, right? So I'm not watching TV. I'm not, playing on my phone at night. I'm allowing my body to go into rest. I'm journaling, and when I wake up, I'm doing my gratitudes and my affirmations. So those are the things, guys, that as I approach my 65th birthday in November, I want to make sure that, building some more lean muscle, that I'm staying lean, that I'm putting good nutrition in my body, and that I'm going to look as good as my mom and my mother-in-law in their 80s and 90s. So if you got some value of this and you want to share it with people that you know and care about, if you're in a group and people are asking what's up with this intermittent fasting, feel free to share my video. I'll be back here next Monday with, actually, you know what? I'll be on the road next Monday, so I don't know what I'll be talking about and if I'll be doing a live next Monday. But thank you for tuning in, you guys. It's always a pleasure to see all the people that jump on. And if you're listening to this in replay time, #replay, tell me what you're getting out of it. And I'm wishing you a magical Monday wherever you are. Make the most of this day and enjoy it and spread the love. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone.